Don't invest in someone based on how much you like them. Invest based on how much they invest in you. People don't do that. People invest on instinct. I really like them. And my investment is proportionate to how much I like them, not how much I'm seeing there's a mutual investment.
Now he say people, but let's be honest. This is more for men because when a man asks a woman out on a date, pays for that? The man pays for that. Once a man gets in a relationship with a woman, who covers all the bills? The man covers all the bills. He even will cover her bills as well. Unless if he's like that bad boy, then they have a way of getting a woman to invest in them. Now, if the woman really likes you, then she'll invest in other ways, even getting you gifts and not just with her body. That's what you want.
Yeah, well, at least he got to show you who he was and what he wanted, and you got to show him who you were. Somebody that couldn't have an emotionally intelligent conversation.
Thank you, my friends, to the RP experience. Peace and love to my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. Today's video is going to be about investing in your relationship. Now, I'm going to mostly be talking from the man's perspective, but ideally, you want in a relationship, you want the man and the woman to both be investing in the relationship. Now, while how a man invests is written in scripture on the wall of what we should be doing, from opening up doors, covering bills, uh protecting her from any Neanderthal that approaches her from outside. A woman's what she's supposed to be doing is really foggy about what she should be doing. And anything that is said how she should be investing in a relationship is kind of put down, shamed on. She's a pick me and things like that. And yes, there are women that are pick me's, but I think that what women should be doing should be a little bit more defined than what it is. I'll say like a short story. There was a girl that I liked in high school, and I'm not going to say her name, but anyway, I remember I chased that girl throughout, yeah, this was ninth grade, for the whole school year. And I was just smitten with her. Yeah, she was pretty in the face, but she wasn't a cheerleader. She was an honor roll student. She was very smart. She just happened to be like very cute. Well, she was very attractive in the face. She was okay looking body wise, but that's not why I primarily liked her. And it wasn't a thing like I just want to hit it. I wanted to be her boyfriend, be in her life, get to know her better. That was my main motivation right there. Maybe on some level, yeah, I guess I want to get physical with her, but that was not the primary thing. And this is how I always want to separate that all men do want physical intimacy with the women that they like or they are attracted to. But the guys that are either decent, good, nice, simp, well, I'm not sure. Okay, no, I'm not gonna put simps into that because their drive could be totally on the hitting skins part or something like that. But those guys right there that I mentioned before, they will want to really get to know the woman. Yes, they want the skins, but they really want to know her as an individual, her hopes and dreams and things like that. So those men, when they really like a woman, and that's a telltale that you women can tell if a man likes you, is if he's willing to invest, and not just with money. Invest with time. Actually, time is more important than money. Is it if he talks on the phone to you, even though I'm not even sure if people even talk on the phone these days, a good hour or two, 3 hours. I remember my ex-wife when me and her was first start talking. We could talk on the phone to 2 to 3 hours. Yes, I can hear Coach Greg Adams like, "Yo, man, get on your money, bruh." But I don't know. I was young in love and stuff like that. Or either I was starting to feel high emotion for her, and actually though we was uh just dating, and we started out as friends anyway. But yeah, I remember I could talk to her that long on the phone. So that's a telltale to know if a guy really likes you as a person and just not trying to get into your panties, women out there. But however, if the guy's your type, you're not really going to even be thinking about that too much. Anyway, getting back to the man's perspective, I would advise men. And truthfully, I've been lucky not to have this issue, not early anyway, because all the women that I got into a relationship with, they showed me interest and they invested in the relationship. Whether they bought me lunch, where they bought me things. I mean, I'll give a compliment to my ex-wife, as I said before, when I would be at my night job and then come back early in the morning. Instead of just going to sleep, she would have a dinner out for me, and she would be laying on the couch pretending like she's asleep or something with sexy gear on and things like that. And I was like, wow. I really appreciated that from her. So as I said, even though I had my issues with her later, at the beginning, man, it was good. I wish it could have stayed right in that time right there. At that time right there, you know, it was good, even though we both made some mistakes, but still, it was good. Anyway, getting back closer to when things was falling off. This is where I think a lot of guys do go wrong, and those the guy in the beginning did not mention. Yes, you want a person investing in you, but the hard thing is, and that's if you get in a relationship. I see why Coach Greg Adams is in that thing of like no cohabitation, no marriage, and obviously no kids. I'm definitely with the no kids thing, because if you make a mistake with the wrong woman, you're tied to her to 18 to 20 years or so. But what I would say is how much she invests later. And I will also say for the women too, how much she invests later as well. But after her feeling starts to wane, she stops investing like she was in the beginning, the first 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 years or so. After that, you'll see a drop off in what she does. I remember on Valentine's Day, my ex-wife, when I came home from work again, she had a bunch of like balloons and um she had a romantic atmosphere for me when I came in. So I was like, wow, okay, shouldn't I be doing this or something like that? But I usually was working and I did not always have time to plan out something, because she would always just come home before I even finished or something. And that always got frustrating. But she always had my schedule timed. when she was going to do stuff. Anyway, I have a clip right here, and let's hear what they gotta say.
A relationship is better if you're more invested or if you're more invested?
100% if the guy is more invested. It has to be the guy is more invested.
Why? Why do you feel that way?
I don't know. I just feel like psychologically, I feel like the men should always chase the women. Traditionally, you know, obviously women can come first and say something to the man and be interested first, but I think for the relationship to work, the men always have to be more interested in the women.
Is that how he got you, by chasing you?
110% on his hands and knees. I'm just kidding.
Okay. So he begged for you, basically.
Yeah, we broke up for a little bit, and for a little bit, I mean like 2 years.
So it's fair to say that he was simping over you?
Yes, 100%, yeah.
Okay. What are your thoughts? Should a man or a woman be more invested emotionally?
I say neither. I think they both have to be equally invested in order to make it work. I think it's kind of one of those sayings, like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So it's like, I can chase her all day, but if she doesn't put any effort, then I don't get anything out of it.
Right.
Same goes for the other person. So both people have to be, you know, I hear the term 50-50 a lot, but I think both parties have to be 100-100.
Wow, that revealed a lot right there. And you see how a lot of times when there's a couple in an interview like this, the woman totally takes over the conversation and throws her man under the bus. And back to that short story I was saying, and this is going to be quick. Anyway, it was a girl I chased in high school that I really liked. And the thing was, she wasn't really mean to me, but she would laugh and joke and tell me that I'm ugly or that I do forget the other stuff that she would say. So she wouldn't totally crush me, but however, she would still kind of just give me kind of a sign like, hey, you are not my type of thing. And I guess being young, dumb, I still thought that if I stayed there, I could eventually get her. And the lesson is, if you chase a woman like that, and I did not get her, by the way, but if I chased her for years, maybe I might have got her. And what would that have turned out to be? Her eventually picking me when she exhausted all of her choices, and then she has a kid or two by some other guys or something, and then she's like, okay, I'll get with him, you know, and if it doesn't work out, I'll just take half his money and plus, and I make sure I get a kid with him so he has to pay child support. You know, that is the thing that sets up when you chase a woman that's not interested in you for years and years, and she eventually gives you a chance. That's exactly what could happen to you. Now, it could be other scenarios that maybe she was just on some other stuff or something, but I always think of Forrest Gump. What did Jenny do? She, even when she did eventually pick him, she still left. You know, so she wasn't really his type, or either maybe she felt like he was too good for her, but yet she still kind of stayed in his life. So, and also, not to blame that girl, because it was my fault. I should have picked up on the cues that the girl just wasn't into me, and that's why now I will never chase a girl like that again. Now, getting back to the investment thing. Look, I think both the man and the woman should both be investing in each other. A woman don't necessarily have to invest in money wise, but I'm thinking of things that past girlfriends of mine have done, like bringing me a drink when I'm outside sweating working, bringing me some food. I mean, just small things like that. Small things like that shows you that she's invested in the thing. If she doesn't never really reach out to you or never really return your messages, and she never returns the favor to you, I don't think she's really interested in you. So even if that's kind of like your heart's desire, she's your type, you have good times together, She may probably just see you as a friend, or she just string you along. So don't do that. Last thing I want to add with this is and I probably say this already earlier, that you have to watch to see if the person maintains that level of investing. Because some people are like I remember my ex-wife told me that she usually could not stay in a relationship with most guys because she would get bored. So the thing is, now the thing is though, it took like years and years for that to happen with me, but that's the thing right there. Once her feelings change, she gets bored, she finds somebody else or something like that. All that attention that she was giving you is gone. So, as a man, you have to be ready to just dip out and leave when you feel that change is coming. And that's a real hard thing to do. That's why probably the free agent lifestyle is probably the best way to go. I'm more of a relationship person, so I will kind of straddle that line, but I definitely still agree with the no kids thing, and probably no marriage thing neither, unless me and that woman is together a certain amount of years. Because I understand if she's with me a certain amount of years, she's investing her time with me thinking that it's going to go somewhere. So unless if I'm going to do the Leo DiCaprio and just break up with her before she gets a certain age or something, so not to further waste her time, then I may commit to there. But the boundaries that I have up now, I don't think a woman will make 2 to 3 years right now. I really don't. Because if we're together and she comes and like, hey, I want to start OnlyFans. Okay, well, we can still be friends with benefits or something, but we're no longer going to be in a relationship. I'll be moving out tomorrow. That's how I'm going to handle that or something, because women like to do strange things once they get comfortable or once they know that they have you. Now, is there one other thing that I'm forgetting with this? Oh, and as for both men and women investing, I do think the nicer a person is, whether it's the man or the woman, I think that other person, because there's always one person that's more good than the other, or have more of a kinder heart than the other. The person with the kinder heart should be invested less than the person that is the badass. You need to have the badass invest more, because it's easy for them to kick you to the curb. So that goes for both men and women, but especially for you guys with good hearts and you are dealing with those bad girls. And me, I know I tend to attract bad women or either bitchy women. They have to be more invested in me or more like me. I know the stuff I have to do, but I have to see some things that she's putting in. Anyway, that's it. Give me a like, a subscribe, and I should have a whole new video. I had to stop for a little while because I had some personal stuff happen, but yeah, I should be back to a video, full-length video today, right now, either definitely starting Sunday. Have a good day, guys. God bless.
Should the man love the woman more in the relationship, or should a woman love the man more? Now, I don't know the answer to this, but what I do know is when a woman loves a man more than he loves her, that relationship stands a better chance of lasting a really long time. Men are very capable of staying in a relationship with a woman that they're not madly in love with, but as long as she loves him and she's loyal to him and she's looking after the kids, they will stay put. Even if they might step out and do a nonsense, they will stay loyal to the cause, because the relationship is not giving them enough stress to leave. Whereas for a woman who does not love a man as much as he loves her, what she will do is inevitably start pushing his boundaries. She will start testing him to see what the level of disrespect he will handle before he can leave. And when he loves her more than she loves him, he'll end up tolerating a lot more than he should, and she will eventually lose respect for him, and that relationship eventually will break down. So I believe they either need to be equal, or the woman needs to love the man more in order for the relationship to last. dirty work.